Good morning, all. I'm in my studio this morning. I'm actually doing take 2 of a video I did yesterday, but I was really unhappy with how it was in the frame. So I'm doing the whole thing over again. A little bit better planning. The video I'm doing is a little quickie on what I do with my Citrosolv papers, which I just did a video on a couple weeks ago on how I make my Citrosolv papers with Citrosolv and National Geographic magazine. So I'm going to show you what I do with some of these great papers. I'm also going to do a little quickie on, the other day I spent the day with my art buddy Lori Fuller, and we just took over the studio and made Gelli print papers all day long. And I made papers to go into my artwork, and it's really fun. So I'm going to show you what I do with some of those. So to get started, the Citrosolv papers. I love how, they just offer so many opportunities to find little, find something in there that you can work with. And sometimes you're lucky enough that a whole image comes out. I've been doing a lot of these, using them for Christmas gifts, Christmas, to sell in my studio over the holidays, and to use for hostess gifts. So I've got quite a collection of little Christmas Citrosolv papers. And what I paint them on is, this is the perfect time of year to pick up these little 4x4 gallery wrapped canvases at Michael's. I get this 9-pack of the little 4x4s. And once you add in all your coupons, if you're shopping right, I think I paid $7 for this pack of 9. So these are great to have on hand for when I'm doing art shows. I can do small paintings that I can sell at a really affordable price at my art shows. So that's really great. Now, what do I want to show you? Let's start really quick with one of these guys and show you how easy this can be. I'm going to use this little guy, and it's not actually a little guy, it's a woman, and she came off the National Geographic. And I think, let me move this light a little bit. I'm afraid I'm getting a glare. I'm going to make a little Santa out of her. And I'm using my golden alizarin crimson, which I really like. Maybe just a touch of, doesn't take much, a little touch of red. Not sure if I'm going to need my Payne's Gray for this one. But just to give you an idea how easy this is, she's already got a red top on. So I'm just going to let that red top be my Santa's coat. I'm going to add a little bit of the red into to make it a little bit more opaque. Got to make this Santa a little bit bigger. That was pretty easy just from finding something, and I was lucky that there was already an image that showed up pretty well in here. But I really enjoy doing these. Some of the Santas, this is my favorite one. I just did a transparent wash on. I didn't do it quite so heavy, so that the texture and the print from the ink of the Nat Geos would show up. Some of them are a little wacky. I love it when print shows through. And with all these little Santas that I did transparent, I also added touches of gold leaf paint to the pictures. So this was a really fun project, and I did quite a few of these, and I have them in my studio during the open house this week that on Saturday that I'll have for sale. And they're a great little pickup item for hostess gifts, for family, for, you know, to have a little gift around, or just for you, for your decor. So that is my Citrosolv and Nat Geo Christmas papers. Now, let me show you how I wrap these little boxes. Now, this is kind of a no-brainer, and it should be easy for most everybody to figure out. And I do a really quick and easy way to wrap my boxes. I fold my paper, start with a piece of paper, and this is a piece of the jelly print paper that I made. And I make my jelly print papers just so I have papers to work into my mixed media art. I like to have my own papers that I've made myself. So I fold that so that I actually have a square. And then, of course, my scissors are out of reach. And then I trim this off so that I have a square. Save the scraps. I take this. I drizzle some, this is my Liquitex Fluid Medium, Matte Medium, and I use that for my glue. And I just, let me first lay this down so I don't get medium all over my surface. This is kind of my little matte medium rag. And I spread that around on the whole back. Get a good coverage. And once I've got that done, I take my little square, I just lay it in there, kind of get it as even as I can, pull it up, and then I work out my air bubbles. Do the sides, and you can do everything with your brush. I start from the top and work my corners, get my corners nice and crisp, and work down and get all the air bubbles out. Flip it over and make sure I get my back side. Okay, flip it over. So I'm sure you've all done this before, and we all have different ways of doing it. And I always try to find the quickest way. The other night I did 9 of these, covered 9 of these, and it only took me like 20 minutes. So I like to get them all covered all at once. So I have little canvases laying around that I can work on when I want to. So that is pretty cute. I am liking that. And here's a couple others that I have that I've already made up. And I'm kind of thinking springish. I'm kind of thinking more florals, although that one's pretty cool too. That was a jelly print page. I'll save that for something darker. But these are really kind of nice. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to create the little flowers by painting the background and not actually painting the flowers. And I'm going to use this because that's going to be what actually creates my flower, the shape of the flowers. It's early in the morning. I'm not really quite putting my words together correctly, but I'll get there. Let's see, I'm going to bring that down. This is going to be my vase. And I think I'll do a cup of coffee. I think I'll do a little white tablecloth. And nothing has to be done perfectly. It's just a fun, fast little abstract-y kind of painting. So there's my vase. Got my vase in. Now what we want to do is go in and create some flowers. I want a flower that's really going to get attention. So that is my main flower. Then I can have a couple other ones. But this should be my biggest point of view. I put some little white ones. Aren't really going to do the trick, are they? But I do want to have some green in here. Now let's see what other colors. Actually, I could have made that my vase color. And I also want to put in a couple spots where the background is showing through. I'm going to lighten up this side a little bit. And you can take it around the edge of your canvas if you want. I'm not here just for the sake of time. I want this side to be a little bit darker. So maybe I'll add a touch of that blue in there. You can see it's just really a simple little floral painting. Don't have to get too, and if you set up a little production line, it's kind of fun. I want to pick that in there. And then I want this side to be a little bit lighter. And I think that's kind of good. Now, I have to address my vase. What color do I want my vase to be? And maybe I have a little bit of this dark green all over my hands now. A little bit of this dark green. Let's get our little vase. Nice little green vase, and now I need my Payne's Gray. Right here. So I want a little, way too much, but I'm going to make this my little shadow side. And then I want to create a little shadow. Get that smoothed out a little bit. Create the dark spot right underneath my vase. That helps my vase sit down on the tabletop. Oh, where's the white? Let's see. Let's clean that up a little bit. I can bring a little bit of that blue down into my white tablecloth. Give it a little bit more painterly feel to it. There you go. That's good enough, I think. Now I can take my white and maybe add some little flowers coming out off the, into that blue to give it a little bit of, a little bit more interest going on. Maybe a couple in front of my, fill in those flowers. And there you go. It's a little floral. And I love doing these little guys. They're so fun. You can go also in and make, you know, make it look like glass. But they're really quick and easy. And so that's what I do with my jelly print papers. That's one of the things I do. I mean, look at some of these papers are so beautiful. I can't wait to use them. And the same with my Citrosolv papers. I have so many of these papers. It's worth taking the time to sit down or stand in your studio and make up papers so you have them on hand when you need them. And I always like doing this kind of thing, using my own papers that I've made myself. It makes it that much more special to me. More artistic. It's more my art. I make it my own. So kind of a crazy little video. Doesn't seem very planned as most of mine, but you know, fun stuff. So I hope you can get out there and pick up these little canvases, make some papers, paint some little art, and have fun with it. Thanks for watching, and make it a great day. You own it.